What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video, and my goodness, finally we get some anniversary stuff that feels like anniversary stuff, at least to me. We have Vaan coming out, which if you are overlooking Vaan because maybe you didn't like Vaan in Final Fantasy 12, I think you need to give another look to him because he's amazing, and we'll talk about everything else in the news. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so first up we have the 4th anniversary premium 10+1 summon. This is the beginning of what is starting to look like a real anniversary here, guys. This is what I think a lot of those pulls should have been, 4-star or above. It's just going to be like the normal premium 10+1 we've had before. You can only summon 4-star and above, like I said. We're going to be able to do this twice, once after the maintenance this week, and then once after the maintenance next week. And this is a step in the right direction, but either you're a glass half full, where you're like, yes, I get all yellows or above, maybe I'll get some rainbows, or you're on the other side of the fence that says I'm getting all yellows. So yeah, good luck to everybody out there. It won't be as bad as all the blues you may have gotten in the last anniversary pulls. Next up, they're talking about another 11 summon, all rainbows, 10,000 lapis, and they're also giving you another 100% STMR Moogle. Now, this is great. It's an amazing deal. I'm honestly thinking about it myself. The problem is I'm going to be summoning for Vaan, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and I know with Vaan being released right after the Esper units, a week after, those Neo Visions is coming. Neo Visions is coming in the next month. You can't change my mind. I need to have my lapis ready for that, my reserve built up, because it's back to 1% rates, and I gotta be ready for that. So it's really tough for me because if you guys didn't know, they sent out in your box, you might claim your rewards and not really look at what you get in there. You guys all should have gotten another Omni Prism thanks to like a Dark Visions login bonus reward they gave everybody. In JP, it was a participation reward. I think they just gave it to us here in Global, like in our gift box. And I used that on my Stern. Remember how I didn't have another Stern? So I can get his STMR now. And I think I already have an STMR Moogle. I might even be close to 2. But with the added value of like, oh, I get all rainbows. Oops, all rainbows. And then I also get the STMR Moogle on top of it. It's hard to pass that up. But it does look like they're going to do it for Next Era 3 as well. So be on the lookout for that. They're coming for your lapis. But at least it's a good deal for your lapis. Next up, let's talk about this banner here. This is going to be an insane banner, specifically for Vaan. Penelo is okay, but Vaan is the star here. This is a top tier S+ unit. Even after Neo Visions, people are going to be using him. He's quite amazing. But before we get into him, we do have to talk about the step up because things have changed a little bit. The step up and stuff haven't. This is all the normal stuff we've been running into, but we are getting this new added panel reward system. So essentially every time you do a 10+1, they're going to give you one random reward here from this box. So you can't get the same one twice. You're going to do a summon and you might get a UOC. You're going to do a summon and 20 STMR tickets. You're going to do a summon and then you get a 4-star guaranteed ticket. So this is something that adds on top of like what we're already getting from the step up, and that's always great, right? Because we get more stuff for a bang for our buck, essentially, and that's what you need in a game like this. For people who save up all their lapis and they're, maybe free to play, they need to have stuff returned to them. I would like to see this somewhat be implemented, these kind of rewards being implemented, I can talk, to the EX system here for the spenders, because the EX system is very outdated. This seems like a really great thing, and you can read more about the details here about how it's going to work out. But let's talk about Seeker of Freedom Vaan. First off, his STMR is insane. Durandal attack 163, so it's a pretty high attack here. Activate Well-Forged Blade, chance of evading some physical attacks, and increased chance of being targeted. This thing is 30% chance of evading attacks, 30% chance of increased chance of being targeted. It is an absolutely bonkers STMR. Even for the people out there who are not going to use Seeker of Freedom Vaan, this STMR is fantastic. And if you get lucky enough, maybe you get a Vaan, you make him a 7-star, you maybe use that STMR 100% that you got from that Next Era 11 Rainbow Summon ticket. It's all coming together. So I would definitely, I would put this at some of the top. If you're wondering what to use an STMR Moogle on, and I know people want to use them on limited time units, but this thing right here, this bad boy, definitely worth it for me. in my opinion. And then we have, and this is his TMR is great too. A Brother's Sentiments, Nullified Paralysis, chance of evading some physical attacks, which I think might be 20%. And then we have 50% True Dual Wield here on this TMR. So you're already looking at a unit who has a outstanding top tier, I'd say top 5 STMR in the game, and maybe top 10 if you start counting all the limited time units. And then we have a TMR here that is very, very good as well. What can Vaan bring you? Well, first off, this Jade Parry ability, enable all allies to evade some physical attacks one time and then recast it for 3 consecutive turns. So if you like Kimari and he was casting that thing where you could evade attacks and you'd have to keep casting it every turn, Vaan doesn't have to do that because Vaan casts it once, and for the next 3 turns after that first turn, so it's 4 turns total, he's going to be giving your team 1 AoE physical mirage. So you're going to be great. It is outstanding, this ability right here. The next thing Vaan brings is he is a breaker. He's going to be able to break. He has an LB that breaks for 85% and impales fire by 130%. On top of that, he can cast that LB at the beginning of the game, or the beginning of the battle, because he has something that boosts his LB gauge all the way up. And if he gets revived, he has something that boosts his LB gauge all the way up. So that's going to help him with being a breaker. He also has a ton of evasion built into his kit, physical evasion. So what the role he can play in your team is breaker. He covers so many roles. Breaker, physical, taunt, 100% taunt, 100% evade tank. Then he can come in and he can imperil fire by 130%. He has that mirage support going on. And then he also has a little bit of damage. He doesn't have the most damage in the world, but he can really push some damage as well. He covers a lot of different things. Vaan is one of those, I wouldn't say 1 in a million type characters, but this guy is top tier. More so utility wise than damage wise, meaning he'll withstand the test of time and be very, very good from here on out. He's top tier in a lot of the categories that you'll need. So I'm very excited for him, and I'll definitely be going for him on Thursday on stream. 100%. You may be wondering, Claic, you said you would go for the Esper units. Guys, I literally pulled up my recording. I had hit record. I was doing my intro. I had the Lapis, as you can see. I had loaded up the Lapis pre-so. And I just thought to myself, dude, if they bring Vaan next week, I'm going to regret summoning for these guys. And Neovision's coming out soon. That's right. I was a little reserved and I didn't do it. But I'm glad I didn't, so I can go a little bit more hog wild for my man, Vaan here. He's a great unit. So next up, we have Dancing Heart Pinello. Getting some global upgrades. She's going to be a damage dealer. You know, the problem I have with this is they just released Ace and they just released Bahamut Darkfina. So for me, I'm a little bit magic damage dealer out. Essentially, we'll have to see what these global upgrades bring. Super Trust Master reward. I'm going to try to say this right. Robinastra, Dancer's Clothing. I know that I should know how to say this, but I am bad at it, so I hope I said it good. Defense 22, Magic 71, Spirit 21, and it boosts Magic by 40%. This is a stellar, best in slot for a lot of people. Magic clothes that you guys can put on. So that's what if you're looking for that, that's where you can pick it up if you want to get that little bit up here for Magic. Then we have a Trust Master reward, Desert Bloom. Boost Magic by 40% and boost equipment magic when single wielding weapon is equipped in both hands. So if you're still looking for that true double hand magic set, here's another TMR for you. If you're looking for true dual wield, you're not going to find it here, sadly. And then we're going to, again, like I said, with her, you know, with the release of all these magic units, for me personally, it's not something I'm really looking to look into Pinello too much. But because they're slapping global upgrade on there, although we've seen what the global upgrade has been in the past, we'll have to wait and see how good she is. Moving on down, really with the 4-star units, sadly, I really only look at their TMR. Galbana Lilies, Spirit plus 30. It's an accessory. Activate Dear Red Flowers. Restore HP and MP every turn. Not really something I'm looking to use in a lot of scenarios, but maybe for a newer player, it can help you on your tank or your magic covered tank. Could be pretty good there. So, what's up next? So next up, they're just going to talk about the, I think this is what? Yeah, the King oh my god, I forgot about this, bro, Fred. Dude, they got the booty on display here, guys. Holy crap. Holy crap, excuse me. Blue Sky Belfront, dude. Holy smokes. Okay, you guys be careful. You thirsty people out there, be careful. Super Trust Mastery reward is this big bow here. Attack 164, two-handed weapon. Boost physical damage against beasts and avian monsters, so it has some killers on it here. Seems like a great bow to have if you want to use a bow user because of the killers added on top of it. And it could be used as long as the person can use a bow. The 164 two-handed weapon with the weapon variants plus having beast and bird killer could come in handy. So I definitely would think this is something you must get. But honestly, a lot of these units they've been giving out for free lately have had great STMRs or great TMRs, and they've been great units themselves. And I know why you guys are getting her. Calm down there. Trust Master Reward, People of the Wood, Archery, boost attack and magic by 30% when equipped with a bow, and boost physical damage against beasts and avian monsters. So again, you're going to have a little bit of magic up, attack up, and then you're going to get some nice beast and bird killer. So these kind of go hand in hand if you want to swap it out on something maybe in a dark visions kind of scenario where you're fighting a bird and they can put bows on and they're going to be true double hand anyway. Can kind of work together there. Her as a unit, I'm going to assume is just not going to be able to pump out the damage that you're going to want because I haven't really heard much about her besides her stance they gave her. But I mean, that's just the trolly funny thing there. Ooh, I like the way these look. These bombshells we're going to be able to exchange here at King Mog. And get some of this stuff that we always get. And then we're going to look at the rewards here. Okay, and so they do give us 75% on the older units from FF12. And so we're not all going to be out in the dust if you guys decide not to go for OP Man Vaan here. So moving on to the next thing, it's the unit quest review for Vaan. Ability Awakening Update. Now, this is going to be pretty big for a lot of people. We have Soul, Morgana, Elena, and Sacred Shield Charlotte. I feel like a lot of people in the FFBE community, I'm going to hover more towards this side of the, we're going to leave Morgana on the side here. She sadly was a unit that I personally just thought was made very, very tough to use. Very hard to get really what you want out of her. But Elena has been somebody a lot of people like, and then we have Soul and then Sacred Shield Charlotte, which is a big one here. So and then like I was looking over this, I thought it was pretty funny. I was like Elena, and then it showed Kimono Fina, and I was like, that's not Elena, but it's because they're talking about she gets latent abilities. So I know they show some numbers here, but after everything that's happened with me and being content creation for FFBE, I like to really hold back and wait until the official release of this stuff because things change. It's already changed in the past. The countless times. So looking over this, it seems like some really good stuff. It would be really nice for Sacred Shield Charlotte to come back to the forefront for me. I really like that unit. I hope she comes to War of the Visions, honestly. That'd be great. Not a big fan of Soul. And then Elena, obviously, hopefully she gets pumped up. But I do believe, even if they pump her up pretty strong right here, I think that the first global exclusive Neo Vision unit is going to be Elena, because remember how you guys voted for a new Elena unit. So I think it's going to be something. But overall, guys, look forward to this if you like using these units. But I'm going to wait and really analyze that once it gets into the game, because they've changed it so many times. With, I guess, mistakes they've made or whatnot that's been going on. Next up, we have something big to talk about with the anniversary again. Next era login bonuses. So we're going to be getting a U coin, and then we actually get some good stuff. Some actual summon tickets, not EX. Okay, 5-star guaranteed EX ticket. Okay, but the rest of them are normal tickets. And then we get a P. So we get a U and a P exchange coin. And this is going to be important because if we go check this out, you're going to be able to exchange the U coin for a unit and a P coin for a prism. And you're going to be able to get any of these units that you want. So you're essentially going to be able to, you can mix and match if you want, but you're going to be able to get even the newer units, even the newer Esper units. Sadly, not the ones that just came out, the ones I'd really want, but for everything else, I might be going for White Lily Dark Phoenix, almost 1000%. I see her here because it's one of those units I never got and I really, really want, but you guys could be going for anybody else. So you're going to be able to get a unit with the U coin and then a prism for any of the prisms that you want with the P coin. So you're going to be able to go and exchange that. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to anniversary. So this is great, guys. A free 7-star or however you want to do it. I know that some people out there may want a prism for something else. And it looks like the rest of the stuff is just that normal stuff they do for a new banner with the ticket exchange. But overall, I got to be honest, it's feeling a little bit more. We're revving up into that anniversary. Hopefully we can get some cool stuff in game that makes me feel like it's an anniversary. Maybe some crazy deals and bundles for Lapis, but I mean, they are giving us this summon right here with the STMR Moogle, which is pretty good. But I think in the end, guys, with Vaan coming out this week, I just don't think anybody can fight it anymore. Neovisions is on the horizon. If you guys want to hear more about how I feel about Neovisions, and I'm excited about them, check out, I'm going to link in the description below a link to an official Reddit podcast I was on over the weekend. You guys can hear all about how I became Claic Yuzolt, a little bit more personal things about me, and we talk all about Neovisions and the past week's unit. It was really fun, so I appreciate them having me on. Please check it out and you know, tell us what you think. If you think it was good, I was on there as a guest. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you think this anniversary stuff's starting to feel a little bit better, or if you still think it's all just like, I don't know, this feels like normal stuff. Subscribe for future YouTube content. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ClaicYuzolt, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.